Alright, presentation time. I'm recording this on my phone, so it might sound like. But, anyways, today we're covering chapters 2 and 3 of The Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck. Notable characters for this chapter are Ulan, the main character's wife, and Wanglong, the main character. He's interesting. Less notable is Wanglong's father, who makes an appearance here. He's more prevalent in the actual chapter, but I decided to cut some things for time. You're not gonna be missing out on much. It's just a lot of him eating, actually. Anyways, chapter 2 opens with Wanglong and Oolong in bed after doing what he did. Wanglong wakes up to Olan as she gets dressed. She didn't seem too affected by what he did, which is just kind of sad to think about. Anyways, Wanglong stays in bed, thinking about his wheat fields and buying turnip seeds or whatnot, while his wife starts boiling water for Wong's old grumpy dad. A real balance of labor here. Eventually, he starts thinking about if his wife loves him, getting real bummed out about it, which I mean, he did just force himself onto her while she was asleep, and a later comment says that
she was afraid of him, and he was pleased.
Which, like, I mean, it's not the best opener, man, but I don't know. Hey, at least your wheat fields still love you, champ. For the next couple of months, Wanglong would go back to the usual, farming.
Wow! Yes!
Meanwhile, Olan would practically do everything else, even collecting random piles of poop off city roads to be used as fertilizer. Gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes while Wanglong works, he starts thinking about his wife, but it's mentioned that
he was ashamed of his own curiosity and interest in her. She was, after all, only a woman.
God, different times, man. Just gotta remember these were different times. One day, after finishing the rest of the work around the house, Best Girl shows up at Wong's wheat field. With hoe in hand, she joins him in his favorite pastime. They hoed away at this earth which formed their homes and fed their bodies. That's some pretty good earth, huh? Maybe even the good earth. All was well until they wrapped up their work, and Olan casually mentioned that she was pregnant, like it meant nothing. But old Wang freaks out, in a good way, surprisingly. I guess she's finally rubbing off on him.
End of chapter 2.
Chapter 3 starts off easily enough, with us jumping to the birth of the child. Wait, what? To make it even worse, Gramps went to sleep, and Wang over here doesn't know anything about childbirth. Olan doesn't want any outside help, which Wang sucks at helping him with because he keeps mentioning the Great House and her time there. This starts a back and forth argument,
which is unlike Olan's character considering how she barely ever talks.
During the argument, she mentions the child and all her cute, wholesome little ideals with it. Wang laments, realizing she's just too cute, and loses the argument. She takes 4 silver coins to use on clothing for the baby. Soon after, Olan took the money to her room, and Wanglong sat and smoked, thinking deeply. Surprisingly, not about the fields, but just about how good the earth is and how amazing his wife and soon-to-be child are. Sometime, a while later, Olan and Wang are working in the fields again, farming.
Wow! Yes!
I guess farming is more important than letting Olan rest for a gosh darn moment. Jeez, dude, not cool. Either way, while tilling at that good earth, she starts going into labor. She quickly returns home, only stopping to make dinner before proceeding to give birth. Wang helped the best he could, making her a reed knife to cut the cord with. When he got home, his old geezer tried to convince him to chill out and eat some hot dinner, but Wang's on a self-improvement arc, and he waited for the ordeal to wrap up, waiting for his baby girl. After a few hours, Wang heard the baby start crying and popped off. He was so excited that he woke his father up, being all proud and stuff, because he's a better guy now. I mean, he did only celebrate when he heard it was a boy, but it's something. Speaking of the baby, he went to see it, and Olan had wrapped it up in his old pants, which is cute as hell, but hard to draw. The baby was described as having long black hair, so there you go. Well, I guess that concludes chapter 3, so let me check how much time I got left. Guess I'll throw in some fun facts while we wait. Apparently, when Olan wanted to buy her baby red clothes, that was because red symbolizes good luck, and I think that's why it's seen in New Year's celebrations too. I don't know. It's something that'll stick with me for a little bit. As for the book and characters, I actually am really liking the book so far, and I'll probably read it again after classes are through. For characters, I think Wang's an interesting character. Like he's a good guy in a harsh world. Olan is my favorite, believe it or not. I like her personality and her stoic philosophy, and yeah. Okay, now I'm actually out of time. If you want any more, should be standing next to the projector over here.